Hello and welcome, or welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you all 4 rooms of my Turning Red temple that I've decorated quite a while ago, and I've come back in and used the 16-point rotation on some of the items in this space to make it feel a bit more organic and lived in because I decorated prior to that 16-point rotation update coming out. So I really hope that you enjoy this tour, and I hope that it inspires you for your next decorating adventure. At the end of this video, I'm going to go into each and every room and zoom out and spin around so that if you would like to use this as inspiration for either the layout or the color scheme, you can do so at your convenience and a lot easier way because you can kind of see everything from that aerial view. But this is what it looks like from the, not first person, but from the floor level, I suppose. When I was decorating this space, it was kind of difficult for me to come up with a theme for my design, but I knew I didn't want it to be a home because I thought in my own house, again, that I can do tons of rooms and houses. So what I decided to do whenever I was decorating it was pick a theme, and I just loved this Monsters Inc. item. I had to buy it because I thought it would be so perfect and really accentuate the theme I was going for in these spaces. And I went with a sushi theme for this house skin. So this is the second room I have here. I believe that this is a premium item from the shop. What I like to do whenever I am filling up a space, I like to add mannequins in so that it feels kind of lively and a little bit lived in. It would be really cool if we could sit them down at the tables. I would like to request that for the future, but if not, that's completely fine. It's just a little afterthought I had just now. In this space, I added a bunch of foliage because I know whenever you go to a Chinese restaurant, typically there are always going to be a lot of plants and foliage. At least the ones here in Florida, there's always lots of plants and foliage inside the restaurants, and I really like that. And then this little area over here, so I'm trying to go to each and every corner of the room and turn around so that you can see it from different angles. If there's an area that you really liked and enjoyed and you would like to use that as inspiration, I just want to make it as easy as possible for you to do so. Alrighty, so this is one of the rooms. And whenever I was designing this space, I don't know if you noticed, but I did try to go with the same floor throughout because I had a feeling that there would be a similar floor throughout, and I do like that little bit of continuity that it brings. Okay, and the space back here. So whenever I was designing this premium house skin, this was actually the first room that I designed. I did it in the back room because I liked the way it looked whenever you walked directly into the room and you looked straight back. Sorry, we're really close to the door as you can see here. So I'm trying to get that bubble to move. So I'm gonna go over here into the corner and I'm gonna spin around. And again, I use the same floor that I use in all of the other spaces for that continuity. So give it a little bit of a spin around. Let me know if I am going too fast for you guys, and I can absolutely slow it down. And then I did, with that 16-point rotation, come back and angle all of the sushi so that it looked a lot more natural and realistic and organic, because everything being lined up, it really just does not do it justice the way that angling everything does. And then, I don't know if you can see here, I made it quite squishy in this space. I really shoved them in there. Also, whenever I am choosing my mannequins, I choose the mannequin based off of the base. So I always try to pick ones that are closest to the floor as possible. It would be really cool, though, if the base of the mannequins did indeed match the floor. I would appreciate that in the future, or if it didn't even have the base. And then I'm gonna go over here. Oh, nope, see, we can't. So I really squished everything in because of the mannequins. But prior to putting in the mannequins, you could get around. So if you don't like the mannequins and they freak you out, just leave them out. So that is that space. And then of course we have the cute little bar with the waterfall in the back because I had to use the waterfall. And then lastly, this room on the right. So whenever I was designing this room, this was the last room I ended up finishing. I wanted to do a tea house, so I have I'm not going to pronounce this properly, but I think it's the tatami mats, and in real life they're actually incredibly interesting and quite beautiful. I really enjoy seeing them in person. I've only got to see them in person a couple of times. One day I'm going to go to Japan. And then this is appropriate flooring for a tea house whenever I searched up tea house on the Google. And I try to make my ceilings nice and busy because we can't change the pattern on the ceiling. So because we can't change the pattern on the ceilings, unfortunately, they haven't implemented that yet. I'm really hoping that they do soon. I just tried to put as much up there as possible, and I'm obsessed with using the fireflies. Sorry if you're not a fan of them being inside. You're going to find that they're in most of my house skins on the inside if I don't forget to put them in. And then this area over here, most tea houses always have a green area, but typically they'll have a bunch of windows that look out onto a garden, and I was trying to give it that feel without actually putting in a bunch of big windows. I wanted it to feel kind of like the outdoors was inside. All right, so that is the final and last room of this house tour. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into the front room. And now that I'm here in the front room, let's zoom out. I'm going to try to successfully spin around without having to shift where the screen is, but I might have to move the screen a little bit, like right there. I should move it. All right, moved, and we can keep turning around so that you can use this bird's eye view or aerial view. I don't know which one would actually be more appropriate for the layout, color, and things of that nature. Here's the second room. I don't know how fast is too fast and how slow is too slow, but you can always speed up and slow down a video on YouTube. Okie dokie, this room now. I really love the way that the brick wallpaper looks. Something about it is kind of industrial and modern and edgy, and I thought that for a sushi restaurant that would be pretty appropriate, and I think I've been in sushi restaurants that are actually quite similar in design to this space. And then lastly, my tea room, which I thought was pretty nice to associate with sushi. I actually just ran out of sushi room space ideas, and I thought I needed to do something a little bit more different and unique, but still matched the theme and aesthetic that I had in all of my other spaces. So that's why I settled on this room. So there you have it. I really hope you enjoyed this tour. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so that I know people are actually enjoying these videos. And if you didn't like this video, just give it a little quick thumbs up so that I know that you didn't enjoy this video. And I will continue to share all of my decorated houseskins, and I hope that they bring you lots of inspiration and design ideas for the future decorating of all of your houseskins, whether it's your own player home or some of your premium houseskins. Thanks so much for watching, and have a fun time decorating. Bye guys.